Hey guys, welcome back to Ken's Cinema Sofa. If it's your first time here, I'm your brother Ken. I'm a missionary. I've been stationed here in Japan for the past 12 years, serving as a Bible teacher and preacher. This channel is all about exploring one of my lesser passions, which is cinema. I love movies. My dad, who graduated from film school, raised me up on stories and legends of the greats like Akira Kurosawa, Seven Samurai, Swedish director Ingmar Bergman, whose film The Seventh Seal helped us start this channel several weeks ago. So if you haven't seen that movie, please go over, show it some love. It's a great film, but it's not as well known. It's old, but it's iconic. Swedish knight is playing chess against death. Tonight, what we're gonna be doing is, well, I should say first, I have good news and bad news. The bad news is tonight's movie I've seen already. I'm sorry. I just want to tell you that right off the bat. The good news is I've seen it already. That's right. This is going to be a commentary. And it may even feel at times like a first-time reaction for me because I saw this movie just maybe 2 months ago. So we're going to be watching The Batman. And let me tell you, even that title, The Batman, really brings up the vibe and the mood of what I grew up with when I was a kid. The reason why I want to do this commentary is because Batman was, that was one of the 3 comic book heroes that, whose comics I collected when I was a kid. If you don't believe me, this is not only my first Batman comic, but this is actually my first comic book. When I was 12, my cousin introduced me to comic books and he gave this to me. As you can see, it's raggedy, right? I never threw it away. And it might be worth something like, in another 80 years because of the condition. I keep it mostly for nostalgia, kind of remind me of home and my childhood as I travel to different countries as a missionary. When I read this book, to me, Batman, this is Batman. He is a superhero, but he's a detective. Batman debuted in, an old vintage comic book series called Detective Comics in the 1930s. He is a noir detective. He's even known as the world's greatest detective. Still remember that. That's the, I'm not gonna go into it right now. We're gonna watch The Batman, we're gonna go over it, and we're gonna kind of analyze it together. Like and subscribe and hit the bell down below so you can get even more content. Let's make a great channel together, okay? So let's get to it. The Batman, directed by, who is it directed by? Matt Reeves, The Batman, starring Robert Pattinson. Let's get it. I like the way the title just comes on there like that. It's so different from a typical superhero film. It's almost like they don't want you to get wrapped up in the grandness of him being a superhero. We know about that. Let's get into the detective yarn. That breathing is crazy. That's a good dad, man. That's a good dad. My dad used to turn the lights off when you're in the shower and make the psycho noise.
My young opponent here wants to gut the Gotham Renewal Program, established by the great Thomas Wayne. Listen, I have a beautiful wife to tell you something, okay?
Dude, these are good headphones. I thought that was my phone. That's crazy. Oh, there he is.
I'm watching it now. Why is she still tied?
That is a freaky looking dude.
The truth.
I always, I have a problem sometimes when they don't use characters from the comic. Oh. Man, I didn't notice that the first time. He hit him so hard that it flipped out of his hand.
Thursday, October 31st.
They got a Marriott.
The streets are crowded for the holiday.
I love that. Look at this.
Hidden in the chaos is the element, waiting to strike like snakes.
The moment I heard this,
watching.
This is what I was feeling.
2 years of nights.
2 years of
have turned me into a nocturnal animal.
So this is his second year. This is adapted from a graphic novel called The Long Halloween, which takes place in the second year of Batman's career, if you want to call it that.
Give me the money. Let's go.
He's got a watermelon on his head. Man.
They don't know where I am.
Why would you go jogging in a place like that? I'm sorry. It's a bunch of dudes walking around in clown makeup and machetes, right? Why would you go? He looked totally out of place jogging there. Wow.
We have a signal now for when I'm needed.
So what I meant is this sounds like a comic book. This sounds like the thought balloons in a comic book.
It's a warning.
I love when he said, it's a warning. You could hear this growl in his voice.
Fear is a tool.
Yeah, for me, growing up in Chicago, in Inglewood, there were many nights where it looked like this. Oh, wow. I love this. This is my second time seeing that, and I still get chills. He walks, it's like Frankenstein. I think we've all seen this in the trailers.
I'm vengeance.
Then they know it's him. At first I didn't understand that when I saw it the first time, but then I realized, no, it's Halloween, so there's probably a bunch of dudes like this walking around. His fight style is so different too. Like, it's not like what we've come to know later on. No, man. He's like, no, 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 no. Do not peeve the Batman, for real. Now, this is what I love. No Batman film has really nailed this. Nolan did it a little bit, but I feel almost with this movie like we're just picking up one issue, a single issue, and just opening it.
He's with me, officer.
Dude looks like Oscar Isaac, man. Like, how many personalities do you have, man? Moon Knight.
Excuse me. Ecchymosis. Around the wound.
World's greatest detective. He traveled, the character is known to have traveled around the world before he decided on Batman as a persona. And he learned detective skills alongside fighting, which the latter seems to be boxing for now.
Let's play a game, just me and you. What does a liar do when he's dead? He lies still.
Excuse me?
What does a liar do when he's dead?
He lies still.
We really gotta go, man.
Yeah, you do. You have been tolerated enough. Man, this looks like this looks like Shinjuku here in Tokyo.
Maybe it's beyond saving. But I have to try.
See, I like that because this is the second year of Batman's career and he's still thinking this way, which is he's thinking of it as a crusade. Whereas the Dark Knight series, though I love those films, if you really think about it, he was only Batman really for a year and a half. It's always exciting to see a new Batcave. There's my baby underneath the sheet.
In an eerie coincidence, it was 20 years ago this week that celebrated.
Sometimes I wonder how people that have been through tragedy like that, how do they feel when they see people talking about what they went through so easily on the TV news or even making fun of it?
You're becoming quite a celebrity. Why is he writing to you?
Alfred, stop. You're not my father.
That hurts. That hurts. Robert Pattinson is a good actor, man. I know a lot of people were worried about him being put in this film, but haven't we learned our lesson with Heath Ledger? I mean, come on. I saw Robert Pattinson's performance in The King, the Netflix film about King Henry with Timothée Chalamet. Great performance. I haven't seen The Lighthouse yet. Stay tuned. I heard rumors that Matt Reeves had trouble with Robert Pattinson. He couldn't get him to work out and train. Looks like he did a good job, though. He shouldn't be as big as the Affleck version of Batman because this is only year 2, so it's okay. It's all right.
Just reminiscing about my days in the circus.
By the way, Alfred said his time in the circus. He ain't talking about Ringling Brothers, okay? Circus was, for those who don't know, circus was a slang for British intelligence agency.
What if this is the whole key? If no other symbols we don't have letters for.
I like that because that's showing that Bruce himself, he's not simply relying on Alfred. Yeah. Recognize is basically what he was saying. He's a detective in the making. I love Jeffrey Wright. Great actor. Everybody that plays Gordon, the good actors, they play him just reserved, not over the top. That's his character.
Oh, shit. No idea. But that's the Penguin. Carmine Falcone's right hand. That's the Iceberg Lounge. It's under the Shoreline Lost where Falcone's hold up.
I love this shot. I love this. Just walking. I love this, man.
No, I am.
Yeah. I got
I want to see the penguin.
Why would you think that's going to be the end of it?
Get out of here, freak. You hear me? That little suit's gonna get all full of blood.
Mine or yours?
They drop like pinatas, man. I love the one-shot takes, you know? This is already very different from the Nolan films because it was way too much shaky cam going on. Colin Farrell, another great actor, man. Okay.
I really don't know, Chief.
I hope he at least gave his security guard some ice before he told him to go stand by the door again.
Just here, yeah. You don't bite. Come on.
Well, I can tell you, without lust, God has made a beautiful woman there.
Baby, what's wrong? Whoa, 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 slow down, I can't... Listen, baby, we're gonna get the hell out of here, okay? I promise.
Yeah, there's a lot I missed. That was beautifully done.
You're pretty good at that.
Okay, she's got the martial arts skills, but he's still a boxer, basically. Wow.
Hello, people of Gotham. This is the Riddler speaking. On Halloween night, I killed your mayor because he was not who he pretended to be.
Oh, dude, like, is that?
He'll soon be losing face.
No. Losing face.
Commissioner Savage served a distinguished 30-year career.
Holy shit, I seen that guy too.
Ah.
At the club, 44 below.
What is that?
The club within the club.
I like this. This just shows, like, his inexperience. He's only 2 years in. The Batman from the comics at this point would have known all of that. Would have had, like, bug wiretaps on everybody there.
Kenzie. William. He's an off-duty cop.
Are you sure no one can see these things in my eyes?
Don't worry. Wait. Who was that?
Oh, I saw him.
That's the DA. Gil Colson.
That was one of the few times that Batman showed any real emotion. He must be getting really freaked out at the reality of how Gotham is run. Is that Falcone Carmine, John Turturro?
Well, don't be a stranger.
With what I know, that's creepy. Wow. This is, this is very different from past Riddlers. I know some people have had a problem with this, comparing it to Jim Carrey's performance. It's weird that Jim Carrey himself has a problem with this. But I must admit, even though I read a lot of Batman comics, I never really saw the Riddler's performance or how he was depicted in the comics. So I don't know. But I am pretty sure this is an extreme reimagining of him. So I'm looking forward to, in the next film, if he will be more of the Bruce Wayne that we know. Unlike other people and critics of this film, I don't have a problem with him being the way he is in this film. He's still traumatized. He doesn't really know how to balance this Batman thing. He doesn't really know how to be Bruce Wayne, and that's part of the story, so I like it.
His father saved my life. I got shot in the chest. Right here.
I believe even that is straight up from The Long Halloween, the graphic novel I was talking about earlier. This is such a tense scene. I love how he has the whole stage set up.
Can we get somebody out here? This thing is gonna kill me! Shut up! You deserve to be dead after what you did! You hear me?
This is an insane performance, and it's different than the Joker. That's not easy to do.
Last riddle. Since your justice is so select, tell us which vermin you're paid to protect.
The informant you all protect from the Salvatore Maroni case. What's his name?
Answer the question, man.
I have family, people I love. They'll kill them too.
Who will? What people?
So much bigger than you could ever imagine.
Man, guys, I'm sorry I didn't talk, and I know it's my second time seeing this, but still, that is a riveting scene. Okay, listen guys, this is a 3-hour long film. You know this already, so I'm gonna have to break this up into 2 parts. I hope you've enjoyed it so far. If you like my reaction, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, thumbs down. Feel free. I'm still growing myself. I'm new at this. Batman's in year 2. I am in week 2 of my YouTube channel. So let's do this together. Let's grow it together. Thanks again and have a blessed night. This is your brother Ken from Tokyo. See you in the next one.